Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Toronto Raptors Legends Fantasy Draft. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Toronto Raptors Flashback Rebuild Challenge here on NBA 2K23. In the last episode, if we take a quick look at what happened, NBA history, your Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship, sweeping out the Denver Nuggets. We have arrived. That is right. We have officially arrived. A dynasty could be in the making. That's what I'm hoping for. But Tim Duncan won the finals MVP. We are the champions. And this is what our roster looks like headed into our defending season. Baron Davis at point guard. James Harden at shooting guard. Kevin Durant small forward. Tim Duncan power forward. Greg Oden center. With Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Steven Jackson, Dion Glover off the bench. Then we've got like the big baby Glenn Davis as a 10th man if we need him. But this team is elite. And I don't see anybody stopping us, especially if Tim Duncan is the Tim Duncan that we know he can be, and he usually is in these simulations. At the end of the last episode, we spun the wheel and got the 1978 NBA draft class, which features Larry Legend, Larry Bird. That's right. We've also got Purvis Short, Michael Ray Richardson, Reggie Theus, Mo Cheeks, George Johnson, Michael Cooper, Ron Brewer. A bunch of different people that feature in this draft class, but the main obvious piece to this is Larry Bird. I don't think we need to go after Larry Bird. Looking at our roster, looking at the people that we have in certain positions, we don't really need Larry. We have DeMar DeRozan. We have Steven Jackson already as backups to Kevin Durant. So, if anything, we need like another big man because all we have is Glenn Davis. We need like a backup center that we trust or something like that. So, I think we're going to wait another year. We're not going to draft anybody significant, or maybe not even draft anybody at all in this class. And then what we'll do is we'll wait until we get a more favorable draft class, hopefully next season, next episode, when we have a few more draft picks that we can utilize. And we're probably going to trade these draft picks to get picks later on. Picks? So that is the goal. That's how we usually do it. But you guys know what the roster looks like. We are the defending champions. We've got a young Tim Duncan. We've got a young Kevin Durant just coming into his prime. Harden and Duncan are already entering their prime, or already been in their prime. Baron Davis is just getting to his prime. Curry's in his prime. DeMar DeRozan's here. I mean, we've got guys that are ready to go. We got bucket getters. We got certified buckets on this team. We've got defense. We've got shooting. We've got playmaking. We've got it all. We've got the perfect team. And now it's time to simulate to the end of the season and see if we can repeat. So if you guys are excited to see what happens this season, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's simulate to the end of the season and see what happens. The season is wraps, and Nasir King, he may have dethroned the previous GOAT, OJ, because he takes home an MVP. I mean, is this the legit dethroning? Do we have a new GOAT? I don't know. Here's OJ Griffin. Do we have a new GOAT? 29.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2.6 steals, 2.1 blocks. That's crazy for a shooting guard. Do we have a new GOAT? I think we do. Nasir King, 31-11. He has arrived. Playing for OJ Griffin's former team, the LA Lakers. Rookie of the Year is George McGinnis, playing for the Rockets. Ricky Rubio is the 6th man of the year on the Wizards. There's OJ Griffin, still getting defensive nods, so he hasn't lost it in terms of his defensive prowess. Then we've got Corey Brewer winning the most improved. What did he go up from? He went up from 6.9 to 12.6. I'd consider that an improvement. Darvin Ham wins the Coach of the Year, and Justin Taylor wins the Executive of the Year. So no awards for us, but that's okay. We kind of struggled in the middle portion of the season. We lost a big chunk of games. All-NBA first team, Griffin, Shaw, King, Taylor, and Brand. Second team is McGrady, Garcia, Tim Duncan, Timmy D's, Trey, and Woolridge. Third team is Alexander, Chambers, Odom, Griffin, and Walker. All defensive first team, Griffin, Clarizzi, Carter Jr., Duncan, and Woolridge. Second team is Alexander, Billups, Kirilenko, King, and Brand. All rookie first team, McGinnis, Slaughter, Jones, Collins, Armstrong. Second team, Bagaric, Couto, or Couto? I don't know. Torres, Sutton, and Indoor. Those are your All-NBA teams. We got Tim Duncan on there, so that's something. We do finish as the 2 seed, so not what I would have preferred. Obviously, I'd prefer the 1 seed, but hey, 2 seed's still pretty darn good. Let's take a look before we jump into the playoffs. Let's take a look at our season stats, see what everybody did. We already know what Tim Duncan did because he had a great season, 19 points, 16 rebounds. I mean, that's just phenomenal numbers he's putting up. He is a Raptor legend. KD, though, led the team. He missed 1 game, it looks like. I don't know why he missed 1 game. DeRozan started a game. He must have got injured for a day or something. I have no idea. But Durant had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Shot really good from the field. Shot really good from three-point land. Very good season from KD. Harden had a good season. Curry had a good season. Baron Davis had a good season, starting point guard, getting 8 assists a game. DeRozan off the bench had 12.5 and 4. Steven Jackson had some good numbers. Greg Oden had okay numbers. Not as good of a season as he had last year, which is a little bit concerning, but it's okay. Maybe we can draft a center in the future and then transition Greg Oden to be the backup. That could be an interesting thing. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But those are our numbers through the regular season. Play the game. Who are we playing up against? We got the Pacers, who have David Vaughn, Michael Phillips, Zealin, I think is how you pronounce that name. I don't know. Alfred McGee and Tavion Wesley. All right, they had to get through the play-in, so they have a little bit of grit, a little bit of determination, but are they good enough to compete with the Toronto Raptors? They are not. They get swept in 4 games in the first round, and we take on the Bucks in the second round. Who do the Bucks have? The Bucks have Mirko Raja, Todor Shamor. What is with these names? KJ Neal, Julian Wright, and Petar Bagaric. I think we can beat this team. Just judging on the names alone, I think we can beat them. I accidentally simulated the round, but it's 2-1, it's 2-2. It is 3-2 us, and it's 3-3. We go to what? I was going to say simulcast. No, we go to simcast. And we get to jump in if we need to help this team go, but it doesn't look like we're going to need to. Headed into the fourth quarter, we are blowing the Bucks away. 137-93. Absolute domination. 149-98. Who dominated this one? Was it KD? 37-7 from Durant. 27-10 from Harden. 15-15-8 from Duncan. I mean, yeah, we weren't going to lose that game. It's also Game 7 in the other side of the semifinal bracket. And the Bulls beat the Magic, so the 1 seed falls. So it's a 2 versus 5 on both sides. Mavericks and Spurs are 2 versus 5 as well. Who's on this Bulls team? Why are they winning? They got Jeff Teague, Freddie Montana, that's Hannah's brother, Sean Marion, Luka Pavic, and Al Horford. That's a solid team. They got good defense, decent playmaking. All right. I think we can handle it, though. We've got scoring out the wazoo, and it looks like we're going to sweep them in 4. So the Bucks, that's crazy. The Bucks were the team that gave us the most trouble. Manu wins the Western Conference MVP, and Tim Duncan wins the Eastern Conference MVP. No surprises there. But we've got Chauncey Billups, Manu Ginobili, J.J. Burrell, Blake Griffin, and Todd McCulloch as the Spurs team. Back in the finals once again. I think we can handle it. There's Game 1. There's Game 2. There's, nope, that's 2-1. That's 2-2. 3-2 us. We go to Simcast to try to win this series and win our second championship in a row, start this dynasty officially. But the Spurs have a decent chunk lead, but we're trying to fight back. 96-107. Should I try to jump in? I don't know. I think we need to go to Game 7. I think we should go to Game 7. 111-102. It's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Raptors and Spurs. We're back in Toronto. Come on, boys. Get her done. Oh, it's back and forth in the third quarter. We head to the fourth. We're down. 1:13 to go in the game. We're jumping in. It's 105-102. Spurs lead in Game 7. This could not be more intense. We've got substitutions to make. Durant's on the bench, so we want him in there. Harden come back in. Baron Davis will stay because he just got in here. Greg Oden's very tired, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to switch this, and we're going to have what they had. We're gonna do what they had, so that's a good idea because Greg Oden is dead tired. So that's what we're going to do. The Spurs inbound. We're in the bonus, too, so that's nice. Oh, there's Dan the Man. One of our first ever draft pick of this series, Dan Majerle, I think is how you pronounce his name, as Curry gets around everybody and scores. It's a 1-point lead for the Spurs. Dan the Man is on the Spurs. I forgot that. I forgot that we sent him over here. Our first ever draft pick in this series. Newton has the ball. He's backing down Baron Davis from the top of the key. There's a screen. Greg Oden can't play good enough defense. It's a 3-point game. Goaltending Greg Oden. Okay, 53 seconds to go. They bring in some guys. We got this. We got this. It's a 3-point game. This is Game 7, NBA Finals. Get it to the guy that we know, the guy that we trust, Kevin Durant for 3, the Durantula. A big-time 3 from a big-time player. That's why we drafted him where we drafted him. That is a huge bucket in the fourth quarter of Game 7 of the Finals. Oh, Chauncey got me on the crossover, and he drills the bucket. Chauncey Billups, what a crossover. He eliminated my ankles with that. Get that to Curry. Steph Curry for 3. It's good! Steph Curry gives the Raptors a 1-point lead with 24.8 to go. Spurs call a timeout. This one is down to the wire. Steph Curry with the go-ahead 3. Can the Raptors play good defense? Dan the Man has the ball. He gives it to Chauncey Billups. Chauncey. Down to Griffin. Blake Griffin tries to back down. KD blocked by KD! And it's a rebound by Tim Duncan. Fouled by Blake Griffin. Duncan will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. But Kevin Durant blocked Blake Griffin's shot to maybe give us back-to-back NBA championships. It is 112 to 109. It is still possible for the Spurs. They have to hit a 3. Dan the Man! No good! Duncan with the rebound! And that is going to be the ball game. Your Toronto Raptors will win back-to-back NBA championships. The Dynasty has arrived. Duncan drains the first. It's 113-109. The Dynasty is here. 114-109. There is no chance the Spurs have of winning this game, especially if we play tighter defense. Chauncey Billups for 3. No good. And the Raptors will celebrate a second ring in a row. Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry, James Harden, Baron Davis, DeMar DeRozan, Greg Oden, all of the boys. NBA champions for the second year in a row. Oh, how sweet it is. I told you, we just needed that one championship. Once we got that one championship, we would be a dynasty. It just takes one. And we got that last episode, and now we get our second. Greg Oden, don't hurt your knees, my boy. I know you're jumping around excited, but we need those knees. NBA champions for the second year in a row. Who's going to get Finals MVP? I would guess Tim Duncan, but I could see Durant. I could see them giving it to Durant, but I would guess it's Timmy D's as the NBA Finals MVP because he got it last season, so why not get it again this year? I'm assuming he had a pretty solid season. Give us that championship. Yes, sir. The Larry O.B., baby. Hold up that trophy. We did it, boys. And it is going to be Tim Duncan winning Finals MVP. No surprise there. He deserves it. Back-to-back Finals MVP for the big fundamental. Oh, baby. You love to see it. We came back down by 3. Steph Curry had a great 3 shot there. Duncan had 24, 12, and 5 in Game 7. Curry had 20. Durant had 20, 11, and 8 in the closeout game. When we needed big performances, we got big performances from our best players. Duncan wins Finals MVP, and the Raptors are 2-time champions. Retirements, doesn't look like there's anybody of note just yet, but we are getting close to seeing some of these guys retire. Staff retirements, nobody cares. League meetings, make sure everything is rejected, although they want to abolish the salary cap. 23 yeses to 7 nos. That is very interesting. They voted to abolish the salary cap. Now, obviously, I could overturn this with my all-powerful being, but do I want to? That is a very intriguing rule change. You know what? For right now, I'm going to reject it, but I'll keep that in the back of my mind for later in the series. Draft lottery, we have a few picks. We have one pick thanks to Portland that is in the lottery. I don't think it's going to move up. It's at pick 14 right now, and it stays at pick 14. So we currently have pick 14, pick 21, and pick 30 in the NBA draft, but that's okay because we're not going to be drafting anybody in this one. We are just going to be trading our picks away, so congratulations to whoever won the lottery. Who was it? The Rockets? Yeah, the Rockets are going to get Larry Bird. Congratulations to them. Let's go ahead and trade our draft picks. Who's up for a contract? So Kevin Durant's going to need to be re-signed. So is Curry. So is Baron Davis. So is Greg Oden. So we got to spend a lot of money. We're not going to be making too many moves in free agency because we're probably not going to have any money in free agency. But that's very interesting. I'll trade these 2 picks together, see if we can get anything enticing. We can move up to pick 15 in the second round if we want to, but I don't really want to do that. If I'm going to trade, I want to trade for 2 firsts, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to give me 2 firsts. I can get a Spurs 2032 first round pick. It looks like everybody's just going to give me 1 first and 1 second. So that's kind of annoying. I don't really want a first and a second. So I'll just take the Spurs 2032 first round pick. That's good enough for me. And then we'll trade this pick on its own. And we could take Milwaukee's 2033. That's looking like where I'm going to go to. I don't want to swap anything. I don't want any protected picks. It looks like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get the Milwaukee Bucks first round pick because it was unprotected. Swapping that one. There we go. So we don't have any picks in this year's draft, which is fine. We don't need any picks in this year's draft. The Houston Rockets are on the clock, and they take Larry Legend out of Indiana State. Welcome to the league, Larry Bird. The Nets take Purvis Short with the second pick. The Thunder on the clock, they take Mo Cheeks. Number 4 is the Sixers. They take George Johnson. 5, the Michael Ray Richardson is drafted by the Suns. The Cavs take Ron Brewer. Then we've got a trade. The Thunder trade back into the top 10 to get Michael Thompson. Reggie Theus goes to the Knicks. Michael Cooper to the Jazz. And that should be everybody that's normal or that's real. Oh, there's Clement Johnson, so he goes. All right, now we're getting into guys that don't exist, I don't think. Yeah, so let's sim to the end. So Larry Bird goes number 1. He's an 83 overall to start, so that'll help the Rockets. Good for them. Good for them. So the Thunder got 2 top 10 picks. They got Mo Cheeks, and they got Michael Thompson. We'll have to keep an eye out on the Rockets, or the Thunder in the next couple of years, see if they do anything with that. Curry declined his player option. Very interesting. That is not good. Not good at all. So we are going to offer the qualifying extension to Glenn Davis, Kevin Durant, and Greg Oden, not to any of the other guys. We can bring in other guys if we need to. And then we go to the moratorium period. So the bird rights are here. Let's offer everybody that we can. We have bird rights, so we can afford to bring these guys back over the cap if we need to, and we certainly need to. So let's offer Steph Curry a contract. Let's offer Baron Davis a contract, and then let's offer Kevin Durant a contract as well. Although he's just going to accept his restricted offer, so it's not a big deal. We are not going to match any of those guys. I was going to try to renounce the rights on them. I already did. Okay, perfect. So let's go there. We've already got these guys accepting, but once they accept their offers, we'll just match their deals or whatever. So we'll offer you, and we'll offer you, and we'll get Dion Glover back as well. Just bring back the entire team. Keep moving forward, and that should be everybody. We don't have enough room under the hard cap to sign Baron Davis. That's not good. So Baron Davis is the only guy that we didn't sign? Yeah, we got Odin, Durant, Glenn Davis, Steph Curry, Dion Glover all back. So Baron Davis is the only guy that we did not bring back. Curry, Harden, Glover, Durant, DeRozan, Jackson, Duncan, Glenn Davis, and then Greg Oden. Okay, so we need some depth, obviously. And I'd like to bring back Baron Davis, but we don't have any money under the salary cap to bring him back. That's a little bit tricky. How are we going to figure this out? Does he have any offers? He doesn't have any offers yet. So I can't, under the salary cap, afford to bring him in. See, maybe I should have abolished the salary cap in the offseason. This is going to be impossible, I would think, to bring him back. Because we're paying Tim Duncan a bunch of money, and we're going to have to re-sign him next episode, along with James Harden and DeRozan. We got a lot of guys that are going to need a lot of money next year. I don't think we're going to have the money to do it. Our dynasty might be over. Our dynasty might be over after a three-peat, I would hope. Because I don't think we're going to be able to bring back some of these guys. We got Curry back on a max extension. But everybody else, we only have back on a one-year deal because they accepted their options or whatever. Or their qualifying offers. Okay, Baron Davis, thank you for the memories. But you are going to be out the door. Two-time champion. Go have a good career. Go get your bag from some other team, because we're not going to be able to pay you. But we do need to bring in a point guard, that is for sure, to back up Steph Curry. So we got to go for the league minimum. Who is cheap on the league minimum? We're going to have to sort by money, because there's no way I'm going to scroll all the way down there to find anybody. So, okay, we got guys that are pretty good. Let's just get this guy on the league minimum offer. Perfect. We need a power forward on the league minimum. Is there a power forward that can stretch the floor a little bit? Because Duncan certainly can't do that, so we could use a guy off the bench that can stretch it. Let's go mid-range, sort by that first. Who's this guy? Sammy Neal. He's a little bit older, but he can shoot the ball pretty well. Archie Knight. Can we get him on the minimum? Yeah, it looks like it. And then we can get a backup center as well. Who's got very good inside defense? There's Ronnie Seekley. Let's see. Who's this guy? Edgar Woods. He looks to be decent. So we will offer him a minimum contract as well. We got Baja. We got Archie Knight and Edgar Woods. Perfect. So we got those three guys. If we go to the roster, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need to sign 2 more guys. Let's sign a center, another center, and another guard. Probably another shooting guard, I would guess. Where did Baron Davis sign? He hasn't signed anywhere yet, but he's looking at the Pistons. Okay, go get your bag from Detroit. Go get your bag from Detroit. Let's see, who else is here? Who's a lights out three-point shooter? We've got Darius Floyd. All right, let's take him. So he's going to be good. And then we'll get a guard who can shoot the ball very well in Dorell Meeks. Floyd signs, and so does Meeks. That is our entire team filled up now. Perfect. And it looks like Baron Davis signed somewhere, and he did. He signed with the Pistons. 4 years, $155 million. All right, Baron. Go get your bag, man. Oh, and did OJ Griffin just sign somewhere? He signed with the Rockets. So not only did the Rockets just draft Larry Bird with the #1 overall pick, they also got OJ Griffin. So they just got the GOAT of this series, and they got a future GOAT. Kevin Durant goes up 2 in player progression, but nobody else goes up at all? Really? I think our dynasty could be on the way out if I'm not too careful here. But we do have to spin the wheel. It is that time, everybody. It is everybody's favorite time of the video. Spin that wheel. Let me just get a little bit of a screen record going. All right, here we go. So what wheel are we going to... We got 1978 already. That was last episode, the one we just got with Larry Bird. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel. Here we go. Here we go. It is going to be a modern one. 2013. And you know who's in the 2013 draft class, ladies and gentlemen. It is none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is right. He is the prize in this draft class. There are some other good pieces, but majority it's Giannis basically. That's how it is. Who's this Ted Butler guy? I don't know. Get him out of here. This isn't the draft class that I want. Let's go to 2013. Search by content. 2013 draft class. We'll get this big Doug Swan, guys. All right, here we are. Giannis, Victor Oladipo, Rudy Gobert, Otto Porter, Anthony Bennett. That doesn't look like Anthony Bennett. That looks like... Is that Cam Reddish? Let me adjust here. Import player DNA. Use NBA player. Let's go for Bennett. Obviously, Anthony Bennett was the #1 overall pick in real life. One of the biggest busts of all time. And it looks like Paolo Banchero uploaded an Anthony Bennett, so we'll give him that. And bada bing, bada boom, keep changes. No, don't ask me again. Anthony Bennett is here. We've got Robert Covington, CJ McCollum, Michael Carter Williams, Alex Len. Yeah, this draft class is known as a pretty disgusting bad draft class, but it did give us some pretty quality NBA players like Victor Oladipo, Rudy Gobert, Otto Porter, CJ McCollum. Pretty quality NBA players, and then it gave us the Greek Freak, who's probably going to go #1 overall. Good thing for us, we've got enough draft picks to hopefully get #1 overall. And also, good thing for us is we can finally do our thing that we were talking about at the beginning of the episode. Draft a center. Now, obviously, Giannis isn't a center, but we can move Duncan to center. Giannis plays power forward. Or I guess Durant could play power forward, but Giannis probably play power forward. Odin comes off the bench as our backup center. And then we move on. I think that is the best case scenario for next episode as we defend our 2 championships. If we go to NBA history, back-to-back NBA championships. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. But that is going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.